Right, Whiplash. After the show, I want you to go and book me a ticket to the safari park. I want to go and look at lions and baboons.
Yes, Skeletor, but that's not a very funny way to start the show.
Oh, bite me.
Yes, Skeletor.
Ah! What did you do that for?
You told me to bite you, Skeletor.
Oh, you're an idiot, Whiplash. Get out of my sight before I beat you.
Yes, Skeletor.
Oh, goodness. Right, let's start the show. Greetings. I am Skeletor, and welcome back to SkeleTalk, the series where I answer your questions. It's the internet's best kept secret. Right, Steve Jones gets the ball rolling this week. Question 1. Do you remember what we did last summer? Yes, I do remember. We visited every seaside town in the UK and set fire to every dog poo bin we could find. It was an excellent idea of yours, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Thank you. Perhaps we could do it again sometime. And question 2. What would you like me to do with the extra stuff? Well, I would ask that you first disinfect the stuff with an antibacterial spray and then arrange it by colour into separate plastic bags. It's okay to mix liquids and solids, but I would ask that you remove any hair or fur and package this separately in Ziploc bags. Once all the stuff has been contained, please wash your hands. Then, contact me to advise me the task has been completed, and I shall arrange a courier to come and collect it. Payment will be sent once I have received the stuff and assessed its suitability. Please do not send other stuff, as I already have plenty of that. Thanks for getting in touch, Steve. New viewer Weapon Zero asks, I always hear wolves howling outside Snake Mountain. Are they wild or pets? If pets, what do you feed them? Great question. Although the wolves are wild, Beastman treats them as his pets, and he spends a lot of time playing with them and rolling in their scat. He feeds them chicken carcasses, offal, and fresh seasonal vegetables. Once a week, he treats them to leftover Chinese takeout. Thanks for your question, Weapon Zero, and welcome to the channel. Andrew writes, you wouldn't team up with Lex Luthor, but would you team up with Lex Luger? Well, 30 years ago, I would have said yes, but these days he looks a bit too much like me, and I wouldn't want my minions getting confused. Andrew also asks if I follow professional wrestling, and the answer is no, never. The only greased-up muscular man I have any time for is Tim Capello, the oily saxophonist from the Lost Boys. Thank you for the questions, Andrew. Retro Toy Guy Sai once again asks the obvious questions. Number 1, Trump or Biden? Which would look best in a bunny suit? Well, they would both look amazing, as you well know. You can't catch me out that easily. And question 2, Easter Bunnies. How many do you think Jesus could juggle? I think 3, providing they were dead prior to the juggle. Thanks for the questions, Sai. Jason Raphael Murdoch has a couple of questions. Number 1, Captain America, Captain Kirk, or Captain Nemo? Whom do you think would be a better Prime Minister? Captain Birdseye. And question 2, Lex Luthor, Scareglow, or Shaquille O'Neal? Which would use their head as a cheer pet? Well, I didn't know what a cheer pet was, but having Googled it, I think that Shaq would be the most suitable candidate because his head is the closest to the sun. Thanks for the questions, Jason. Longtime supporter Mimi Rogers asks, what is your favourite show? Well, depending on my mood, Breaking Bad, Curb Your Enthusiasm, or The Paw Paw Bears. Thanks for the question, Mimi. Christine Gwilt asks if I like Kellogg's cornflakes or Cheapo cornflakes. Well, I only accept Kellogg's. They are the superior flake, and I will tolerate no other. Christine also wants me to call Dark Helmet from Spaceballs. Let me grab my phone. Right. Okay. Right, here we go. It's ringing.
Hello?
Hello, Dark Helmet from Spaceballs. It's Skeletor. What are you doing?
Well, I was polishing my helmet, but now you've interrupted me.
Oh, I assume you're talking about masturbation.
Yes.
Ah, disgusting. Right, tell me, how do you feel about George Lucas insisting that no merchandise be produced in your likeness?
Well, I think it's completely outrageous, and so does my mom.
I've had your mum.
I beg your pardon?
I did a sex on her in 1987. Goodbye. Right, there we go. Thanks for getting in touch, Christine. Sparky Boy asks, which of your minions have seen the movie Minions? Which minions liked Minions? And which minions are your minions' favourite minions? Well, neither I nor my minions have seen Minions, so we do not have any favourite minions. I will let you know if any of us become 7 years old and decide to watch the movie. Thanks for the question, Sparky Boy. Alex James has a couple of questions. Number 1, which movie hero would you rather team up with? Rambo or John McClane? Well, I would say John McClane for the sardonic wit, but I think Rambo would be the better choice, as he knows a lot about outdoor survival and isn't afraid to get a bit muddy. And question 2. Is it true that Beastman and Whiplash were childhood friends of your ninny of a nephew, Prince Adam? Not really. All of Beastman's friends were animals, and Whiplash mainly used to hang around with Emilio Estevez. Thanks for the questions, Alex. Kat asks, do you have happy, i.e. evil, villain dreams? Yes, I often dream about hunting Care Bears, breaking their necks and turning them into slippers. I also dream about feeding bread to ducks, which is actually quite bad for their health. Last night I had a dream where I went to Walmart and parked inconsiderately, taking up 2 parking spaces. At the end of the dream, I did not return my shopping cart. Instead, I hurled it through the windscreen of a yellow Prius. Kat also asks me to call Hordak. Now, ordinarily, I would not do this, as I want nothing to do with that bell end. But Kat has a question for him that we'd all like the answer to, so I will just grab my phone. Right. Okay, here we go. It's ringing. Oh, come on, pick up, you absolute pranny.
Hello?
Hello, Hordak. This isn't Skeletor.
Who is it, then?
Somebody else. Listen, inquiring minds want to know why you are such a snorting, ignorant twat.
How dare you call me ignorant? Don't you know who you're talking to?
Of course I do. That's why I said hello, Hordak. Why are you snorting all the time?
I have congestion in my sinuses.
Oh, boo-hoo. What about the stick?
What stick?
The stick up your ass.
Who the hell do you think you are?
I'll tell you who I am. I am Skeletor.
Skeletor!
Oh, shit, no, I'm not Skeletor, I'm Simon.
Simon who?
Simon says fuck off, dickweed. Right, yes, he'll never guess that was me. Thanks for the opportunity, Kat. I hope that was acceptable. New viewer Dr. Lizardo has 2 questions. Number 1, as the true king of Eternia, what's your view on people fighting kangaroos? Well, I think that if anyone is stupid enough to fight the world's largest marsupial, then they deserve everything they get, which will be a thorough kicking every time. And question 2, what editing package does Whiplash prefer? He looks like a Mac user. Well, he actually uses an entry-level Android app, which is why the show's production is devoid of bells and whistles. Thanks for the questions, Dr. Lizardo. First-class ninny Gerard O'Connor has a question and a request. First, the question. What hobbies did you fail to master throughout your wasteful lifespan? Well, I will have you know that I master every hobby to which I turn my hand. However, there are several hobbies which I have not yet had the time to pursue. These include animal husbandry, specifically raising monkeys for their milk, cheese production, specifically monkey's cheese from monkey milk, and the art of milking a monkey, specifically monkeys. Gerard also asks, can you call the American bunny? Yes, I can. I shall grab my phone. Right. Okay, here we go. Right, it's ringing.
Hello?
Hello, Robert the American Rabbit. It's Skeletor.
Who?
Oh, don't pretend you don't know who I am, you bunnified buffoon. I have some questions for you. Firstly, why do you and your rabbit friends have such big, fat ears? They are completely out of proportion, and you all look ridiculous. Answer me!
It's just the way we were designed.
Oh, boring. Right, tell me, can you fly, Bunny?
Yes, I can fly very well.
Oh, I was going to throw you from the back of a moving truck into the windshield of a pursuing police cruiser, but now you've ruined everything.
Was that a RoboCop reference?
Maybe. Goodbye. Thanks for getting in touch, Gerard. Right. Miss Adora Lovely wants me to prank call Princess Adora. Oh, just get my phone again. Hang on. Right. No problem. Here we go. Right. Okay, it's ringing.
Hello?
Hello, Adora. It's Uncle Skeletor.
Well, what do you want?
I want to know if you have swift wind.
Yes, I do.
I was talking about farting.
That's incredibly puerile of you.
Nonsense. My wit is always the height of sophistication.
Nobody likes you, Skeletor.
Not true. Panther likes me.
What colour panties are you wearing, Skeletor?
Well, pink, of course. Now, don't you feel silly?
Goodbye, Skeletor.
Oh, she hung up on me. Rude. Right. Miss Lovely also asks, which popular musical, based on the 1978 film starring John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, makes its West End return this April? Listen, madam, I will not be tricked or coerced into mentioning this production. This type of provocation is beneath you, and I can only assume you have temporarily taken leave of your senses. But thank you for the question. Mike Ciccone has 2 questions I cannot answer. Number 1, if the Flintstones is occurring thousands of years before the birth of the Christian Messiah, why do they celebrate Christmas in so many shows? I don't know, Mike, but I do know that if I pretend to see a squirrel, this question will go away. Oh, sorry, Mike. I've just seen a squirrel. I'll be back in a moment. Oh, it seems the squirrel has run away to go about its squirrely business. Where was I? Oh, yes. Question 2. Would Fred Flintstone even be impressed by passing out on a Friday and then coming out of a cave on a Sunday? Fred probably has hangovers like that on the regular. Well, Mike, it seems that you have answered your own question, which saves me a job, I suppose. Thank you for making my life easier. You may now claim a chocolate-covered peanut. Stephen Gray sees us out with 2 questions. Number 1, would you consider having your own face tattooed onto your back like Steve-O from Jackass? Yes, I would consider this, and the outcome of my consideration would be a resounding no. The only tattoo I would get on my back would be a massive inverted pentagram, because I am evil. And question 2, have you ever tried the Harvard step test? Considering your short stature, what do you use for a step? Yes, I have performed this test several times, and I always smash it because of my astounding physical condition. For the step, I use the Stephen King novel Cujo, hardback of course. As a side note, I showed Monkey Boy a video of the Harvard step test, and he had to go and lay down. Thanks for the question, Stephen. Right, that's the end of the episode. Thanks for watching, and thanks to everyone who submitted questions. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your minions. Do subscribe to the channel for new videos every week, and don't forget to leave me a comment or a question for the next episode. Right, I'm off to eat lemon drizzle cake and watch the Lego Batman movie. See you next time. Bye!